You're on Radio Skid Row on the Bike Show. But I'm with John and Adrian from Bike East. And so besides the advocacy and the buddy system, which sounds fantastic, there's got to be some fun stuff, surely.
You betcha.
You bet. We lead 4 rides every week. It tends to appeal for retirees because we start late in the morning. It's 7:30. On Monday and Friday we start at Bondi Junction with a further meeting point at Dover Heights, and then ride the eastern beaches as far south as Coogee, where we stop for a coffee at the Bite Cafe.
That'd be a bit hard to take.
It would be hard, and then we come back up via Five Ways, UNSW and the Randwick Racecourse back into Centennial Park, where we then split up into our various directions where we live. On Wednesday, the first and third Wednesday of the month, we do a ride from Bondi Junction down to La Perouse and back. And on the even-numbered Wednesdays, we do a special ride which we book well ahead and we advertise on our webpage. These are not formal Bicycle New South Wales rides, because it doesn't meet quite all the criteria that they set for a proper lead ride. In other words, we don't check it out beforehand, and there are a number of factors that mean that I, as ride leader, just invite people to come along. And we've got a steady band of half a dozen to 10 people that come.
That's a good number.
And we sometimes get up to 15.
Wow.
Now, on Saturday, we always ride from the edge of Centennial Park, Moore Park. We meet at Daisy Avenue, just at the end of Allison Road, across from Anzac Parade, and ride to Brighton Les Andes and have a coffee down there and come back. And that a good half of that distance is on bicycle paths.
It would be too.
Mm. Yeah, and around the back of the airport, and it's quite comfortable, no real challenging hills. And I, as ride leader, adjust the pace, or we split up into 2 groups if there is a slower person riding with us that's just settling into this sort of activity.
Yeah, we get everyone back home.
So, and what age ranges are you having on these rides?
Well, John is one of the younger ones because of the fairly late start, 7:30. Means you can't really meet normal work commitments during the week, and so it tends to appeal for the retirees.
Okay, so one of the things, and I think we're talking off air about this, is that the cycling advocacy thing is we're all getting a bit old and crusty, and getting some of the younger people involved would be worthwhile.
Yeah, true. I mean, I've got 3 years on Keith Richards, and
I tell you what, you look a good deal younger than he does.
And a couple
ride a better bike too.
And a couple of days. My birthday was on the 14th of December.
Oh,
anyway, so
happy birthday!
I'm still in that celebratory mood because it all hangs together with Christmas and New Year. Yeah, well, the other thing we do is that with the demise of the big Bicycle New South Wales ride, because of financial problems associated with that.
And 9/11, the Yanks stopped coming here.
That's right.
It's true.
We've been running 2 hub and spokes rides in country New South Wales, and it tends to attract that same group of retirees, although we're getting younger people like John, who's only in his early 50s, who has an independent means of earning his income, free from the grind of 9 to 8 or whatever it's
9 to 8?
Well, it seems to me that's what a lot of people are working.
Oh, no. Tell me about it.
So I'll hand over to John. He can tell
us a bit about these country rides.
Fantastic. Yeah, about 2 weeks ago, we finished a Cowra-based ride, and basically the gist is that we find a central spot in a country town, and we're based there for like about 5 or 6 days, and we do day rides out and back. So it's pretty good. And some of the more adventurous ones then, perhaps get to the ride by hopping on a train, and then riding out to the hub, and doing a circuit. So it's a good way of spending about 9 days twice a year. If you can,
wow,
if you can afford
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Because I used to do I used to do some of those
Big rides.
those big rides, and they were good fun.
Yeah.
And you know, I think after a while I thought the days were a bit short. You know, the sort of 80 k's isn't enough. So how far would you ride in a typical day?
For this group, 80 is more than enough. So certainly, you know, the gist of it is that we're trying to just have a good time in a different part of New South Wales or Queensland that's going to come up.
Okay.
And just really, you know, start off at, you know, probably about 80-ish or thereabouts in the morning, and then make a day of it.
Yeah.
And throw in lunch as well, and then we reconvene for dinner, and just like have a big happy camping cycling party.
How many pundies do you get on those?
Well, it's varied between 15 and 25, and we basically share the program with the Sunshine Group. In other words, the Bike East Venturers cycling group, it's a sort of an offshoot of Bike East. We plan the program together with the Sunshine Coast cyclers.
Oh, okay.
They're an offshoot of the road bike group there that cater for retirees too. In other words, people that are in there that are free to go off camping and doing these sorts of things. And so we also throw in some cultural and historic and other things to make it all celebratory, not just physically interesting.
Have some fun.
Yeah.
So did the ride supported?
Not really, because we have the hub situation.
You've
can
got someone to come
That's
back.
right.
Yeah.
But we've run a few rides. For instance, in 2007. We ran a ride from Armidale to Grafton via the old Glen Innes Road.
Wow,
so
that'd be
we
nice.
ride to Guyra, and there we had the good fortune of having a support vehicle that then put the table out for our morning tea. You know, so
Keep it all nice and civilised.
that's right. And that you know, going down that old road, sure about half the distance was on dirt, but it's just a wonderful experience.
Yeah. So when's the next one?
The next one is going to be associated with the Bike Friday Club venture down near Shepparton.
As in the folder bikes?
Yep.
Wow.
That's right. I'm a keen folder bike rider. I venture overseas with it, and of course it's one of these bikes that can easily pack away in a standard suitcase, which
Right.
itself converts to a trailer, and so you can go off on your own if you want to. And I've done that. But we also have a program for May, early May, just after Anzac Day, which will be based at Grafton. But it's not open invitation. This is you've really got to get in with the group.
Right.
to
Good. Yeah.
Earn your stripes.
Earn your
your
stripes.
stripes.
Exactly.